You just get the rounds down. Everything else is out your head.
Stephen Cunningham was in the Royal Artillery. Now his biggest battle is with his health.
I got escorted off the Tay Bridge. I just felt like I just didn't want to be here anymore.
The shockwave could alter the genetic health of a cell.
AVMs are often undiagnosed because symptoms like headaches, anxiety, depression and confusion can be explained by other, more common brain conditions.
I believe that you've served the country. When you leave the military, your country should make sure that you're okay. Feel like the blast wave, but you don't really pay much attention to it.
4 rounds complete.
Stephen Cunningham was in the Royal Artillery.
You just get the rounds down. Everything else is out your head.
He served on 3 tours of Afghanistan.
Did you ever consider that your own weapons might be doing you damage?
No, never thought about it.
Now his biggest battle is with his health. He suffers from seizures, memory loss and debilitating brain fog, which have seen his marriage and life collapse.
I got escorted off the Tay Bridge. I just felt like I just didn't want to be here anymore. It was just... to be honest, when I was there feeling like that, it was just like I wish I hadn't come back.
Stephen has an AVM in his brain, which means instead of blood passing slowly from arteries into veins via a network of fine capillaries, he has an irregular connection formed of a tangle of blood vessels. This is under high pressure and can weaken and even burst, which could be fatal. AVMs in the brain are incredibly rare. Only 1 in every 100,000 people are diagnosed with one. Anecdotal evidence suggests in soldiers like Stephen, who have been routinely exposed to blast waves from their own weapons, the numbers could be much higher. Even after Afghanistan, he spent 2 years firing the 1 o'clock gun from Edinburgh Castle.
Hi Mike, I'm Martin, this is Stephen.
Yeah.
And William, can you hear us as well?
Yep, sure can.
Like Stephen, former American Marines William Wilcox and Mike Lozano were exposed to shockwaves from their own weapons. They believe the chances of them both having AVMs shortly after leaving the Marines can't be a coincidence.
Mathematically, it's impossible for us to both have AVMs, do the same job, and know a singular person together that we both served with.
They share their experiences with others who are suffering.
Essentially, my brain exploded.
I have headaches, and I have a lot of cognitive issues.
Is any of this ringing true for you, Stephen?
The headaches and memory loss and that sort of thing, short-term memory loss and that.
I think we're starting to find a connection here.
So could their time in the military be to blame? Well, research in America has found repeated exposure to even low-level blast can trigger AVMs within mice.
It's clear from the animal studies that there is damage to the blood vessels. We don't have enough information in humans that there is damage to the blood vessels. But it's plausible, reasonable to assume that there is damage to the blood vessels.
The surgeon who operated on William Wilcox believes further research is urgently needed.
The shockwave could alter the genetic health of a cell. You know, it's just like when you radiate a cell and you damage the DNA, that might do something to a particular gene's ability to express itself. The same could be true with a blast type injury.
They only found it after I had the epileptic seizure.
AVMs are often undiagnosed because symptoms like headaches, anxiety, depression and confusion can be explained by other, more common brain conditions.
Do you guys fear that there are a lot more men and women walking around right now who could have that as a ticking time bomb inside their heads?
100%.
Yeah, and I tell everybody, I said, dude, go get an MRI, get a referral to anybody.
2 years ago, the safety zone around the Edinburgh Castle gun was expanded to keep the public safe. but nothing has changed to protect the person doing the firing.
You're just a number. I believe that you've served the country. When you leave the military, your country should make sure that you're okay. Especially if you've got mental health problems, that sort of thing.
Particularly if those problems have been made worse by firing your own weapon.
Yeah, yeah. But at the time, you don't think about that. You never get told that sort of thing.
Stephen ending that report there. Martin's here. We're hearing from Stephen. It does bring home, doesn't it, the impact, the terrible legacy that this may be having. Where are we with research and development into this area?
Well, we've been looking at this for more than a year now. The more we report, uncover and learn, the more people come forward, but also the more we realise we actually don't know very much at all. There is a well-established link now between blast exposure and traumatic brain injury. The Ministry of Defence doesn't deny that's the case. They said there's not enough evidence yet on causation, so whether it's firing your own weapon, which is doing that. There's lots of research going on. We filmed brain scanners, we filmed blood tests. Some of that work is being funded by the Ministry of Defence. But what you saw in today's report is new. This is to do with the impact on the blood vessels themselves. In Stephen, William and Mike's case, it's this AVM. And the problem with that is because it's so rare and because the symptoms are similar to other more common conditions, it's extremely difficult to know just how many people might be affected. But following that study into mice, those two eminent neurologists said, the link is very plausible and more research is needed. As the Ministry of Defence, they say that, they take the health of servicemen very seriously, but we are getting more people coming in touch saying they feel let down.
OK, Martin Stew, thank you.